Okay, buddy. So, like I said, I blonded the garlic in olive oil, and once they were blonde, I scooped out that tomato paste. Now I'm doing a double recipe, so 2 cans of tomato paste to 2 jars, like quart-sized jars of tomato puree, I guess you'd call it. But once you first dump this stuff in, just like when you blow in the garlic, you can't walk away. You just got to keep stirring it because it will burn. And if it does, it's okay if you see a little bit of burn on the bottom, which I don't have any because I'm paying close attention to it. But you just have to scrape it off. Like, just keep scraping at it and make sure it gets off the pot because you don't want your sauce to taste like burnt tomatoes. But anywho, when you first put the paste in, it's like real thick and, bright red. And as you cook it, the color is going to change. It kind of becomes a little bit more orange. It starts to melt so that you can kind of flatten it out and stir it around. And the smell of it changes. That's usually what I go by to see if it's cooked enough. It smells different from when it came out of the can. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. It's probably been doing this for about 7 to 10 minutes, I suppose. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dump my puree in it. And you're going to save your containers. You'll see why here shortly, but just going to dump this in. Not get it all over my spoon. I like to use a wooden spoon. That's how my mom does it. Italian mamas love their wooden spoons, especially when the kids aren't behaving. You get a swift hit in the head with it. Teach them how to behave. But I'm just going to stir this up. This is going to sit and simmer for a little while. I don't know. I couldn't really tell you a time, to be honest. Probably at least 10 minutes. And it'll just sit and simmer and mix up with everything else. And in the meantime, I'm going to take each and every container and fill it with water. Cold water, filtered water, good water. Each container you did, your paste, and then each container of tomato puree. And don't put them in until you think it's done simmering. You want this to kind of sit and just cook a little bit. And then later on you're going to dump that water into it because it's obviously very thick once it's cooked.